Gayle Guyardo. Welcome to Bloom, presented by Lifeguard Imaging. Today we're helping you build an abundant life, and our top guest today is an author who is sharing what he calls a universal framework that empowers you to build unshakable confidence, relentless effort, and lasting grit. Whether you are battling personal demons or pursuing professional success, the author of Fundamentally Unstoppable, Dominate Life with the System That Makes You Unstoppable, is ready to help you take life to the next level. And joining me now is award-winning entrepreneur, keynote speaker, and author Jason Caras. Jason, welcome to Bloom.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
So I'm so excited to hear about your messaging, but tell me, what inspired you personally to write Fundamentally Unstoppable?
You know, as a kid, I was kind of a Jekyll and Hyde. I was undiagnosed bipolar disorder, got in a lot of trouble, got arrested 9 times before I was 17. And I wanted to change my life, and at 17 I did. I took a stand. And that curriculum and those foundational, elements built me into who I am. And just like anything else, whenever I find something, I want to share it with everyone else. And that's what this was. I've taught this through my companies throughout the last 30 years.
And you're very, kimono wide open when it comes to your own personal journey. You just touched on it a little bit of being, diagnosed eventually with bipolar disorder, but not initially. Why is that so important to you to getting your message out? Because I know it probably resonates with so many people.
Well, it angers me that there's a stigma associated with mental health. You wouldn't be embarrassed with cancer, right? But somehow we're embarrassed with mental health, and 1 in 4 people will suffer a severe mental health episode in their life. So that's almost, that's a lot of people.
Yeah, it's a lot of people.
And whenever I bring it up, by the way, everyone's like, I'm so happy you said that. Sure. I have it, my mother has it. And it's getting people to talk about it, because when they don't, that's when bad things happen. Mm-hmm. When you're not yelling uncle and you're not going to get help and you're embarrassed to talk about it.
Yeah. And something that also makes you unstoppable, in my humble opinion, is that, you're willing to strive for success and achieve it, but you also know what it feels like to lose it. Mm-hmm. And so many people they don't want to get out of the rut, and they don't want to get out of their comfort zone because they're afraid of failure, but failure is actually a beautiful thing. And
the comfort zone is where progress happens, like outside of it. Mm-hmm. Whenever you're comfortable, you're not really progressing. And the uncomfortability, and the longer you can remain in an uncomfortable state, the more successful you will be.
Yeah, and your success was huge. I mean, you have bought and sold multiple companies. You became a 7-time Inc. 5000 honoree. I mean, you really reached all new heights. How did you build back when things kind of fell off kilter?
So, having lost it 3 times and almost a 4th, I mean, it is devastating.
Right.
To go from having a lifestyle to not being able to afford food. But you have to you got to pull up your pants and get up and go. Failure is definitely a part of your life, but you just got to take a step forward. That's what this is here. It's a helping hand to take that step forward.
Yeah, and a lot of people do feel stuck, overwhelmed, or even close to giving up in life. What's your messaging to them about taking that first step forward?
Well, it is so satisfying taking that first step. If we all reflect on those first steps, right? It's like, wow, because we feel like we're progressing, and progress equals happiness. Whenever we're progressing is when we're the happiest. So here's a life hack. Figure out something that you can do each day to progress, and you'll be happier. It's just fundamentals. It works that way. It's magic.
Will your book help people? Because I'm going through this myself, and I announced just this past week that come early February, I'm going to swan song away from Bloom, something that means everything to me. I've spent the last 5 years of my life helping to build this show to where it is. But we're about to be empty nesters. We're about to have more flexibility. So I still want to be creative. I still want to do things in life, maybe just not the day-to-day grind. Or that's the pact I made with my husband anyways. But it's scary to move out of what you know and what you love into something new. So what advice would you share?
Well, face the fear and do it anyway, and take a step. I have a saying I picked up along the way. I think it was Leo Biscay. He says, inch by inch, it's a cinch. You just gotta take a little step. We look at the enormity of our life or our challenges in our life, we get a little intimidated. But if you just chip away a little bit, you start to make that progress.
And you start to make the progress, but how do you handle the feelings of, well, I think I'm going in the right direction, but maybe I'm not. Maybe I need to steer, because I think it's the unknown that, is so daunting.
And scary. Yeah. It is. And you kind of got to bounce around. I mean, there is no, perfect way of execution in your progress of life. You just got to go and figure it out, make mistakes, and get up and go again,
I love that. So in addition to being an author now, you're doing keynote speakings. Tell me a little bit about you.
I sold the company I had grown for 15, 18 years in 21, and then my earnout ended, and then I decided, what do I want to do when I grow up? So I'm going to write a book. I'm going to be a speaker. I've created a coaching company where I'm helping these fundamentals with corporate America, thousands of employees at a time, just individuals. And so now that this is my new life, I love it. Because when I reflected, I was like, what do I want to do? I'm like, well, what do you like to do? I really like helping people.
And here you are.
That makes me feel good.
I love that. And you're doing it today. And we're going to keep helping people. We'll share this story on Bloom Tampa Bay. But we're thrilled. Jason Caras joined us on our streaming show, Bloom Health Club, to continue the conversation on becoming fundamentally unstoppable. Stream the full episode anytime on YouTube or listen on Spotify and Apple Podcasts by scanning the QR code on your screen. We'll be right back.